What's up, guys? It's EcBoy from Team Calamity. Um, hay fever so bad today, and I'm coming here with a deck profile for Cardfight Vanguard. Looking at my DOTE deck. I've been playing this pretty much since it came out, and it's been doing really well. And I was going to sell it, but then the Japanese list came out and it went back to 4, and Descendant went to 2, so I kind of just thought, well, I might as well keep it. So I have done. This is what I'm playing for now. When Dauntless Drive comes out, BT11, all that stuff, obviously the deck will change, but still for now, the English meta, this is still a really stupidly good deck, and I still think that it will be one of the best decks for a while. So this is what I've been using. For the starter, I have Conroe, obviously. What else would you play? Then for the grade 3s, I have 4 Dragonic Overlord the End, and 4 Dragonic Overlord regular. It's pretty standard. You want to get that cross right off, and there aren't too many variations you can make. I guess you could run 3 of the regular Overlord, but you really want to get that underneath this. Like, it's the one that you want to ride first, so you want to run more so you draw into it earlier, and then this you obviously run it for because of the Persona Blast effect. So yeah, I think that 4/4 is pretty standard. Then for grade 2s, I run 4 Burning Horn. It's a 12k attacker if you have an Overlord Vanguard, so obviously that's really good. 12k attackers are pretty amazing, so yeah, why wouldn't you run 4? And for the other grade 2s, I run 3 Bellicosity, 2 Nahalem, and 2 Berserk. I'm probably going to run 3 Nahalem instead of the 3rd Bellicosity. Basically, why you run Bellicosity at the moment is because when you ride for grade 2, like, this requires counter +1, so then you use Connor's effect, get a search, you have this as your Vanguard, and you attack with something boosting it, and they're probably not going to guard that, and if they do, it's at their own risk if you get a trigger or whatever. But generally they won't guard and the attack will hit, and then you'll get to unflip the damage, so that's a nice little play there. But really, especially with future releases, I don't think that it will be worth it, because having a 10k Vanguard does a lot to help against 9k rearguard grade 2s with powerful effects. You look at like Vivian and other stuff that will be coming out. There are a lot more grade 2 9ks with good on-hit effects and stuff like that. Plus, this is a defensive deck, primarily. I mean, it is Kagero, so having a 10k Vanguard is good. You conserve more resources, and the counter +1 isn't really that much, especially when set 11 comes out, because things change a bit then. But yeah, I will probably go with 3 Nahalem and 2 of this. But for now, that's what I've been playing, and it's been alright. I mean, there aren't too many things to worry about in the English game at the moment. As far as having a 9k Vanguard over a 10k Vanguard goes, it's only really Vivian, which isn't that relevant. So yeah, for now, Bellicosity is pretty good, but it gets worse later on. And Berserk is obviously Berserk. It's really good. This deck is pretty counterblast heavy, so you don't need to run as many, but it's still pretty cool. You just call it kill something. That's still like an amazing effect. Then for the grade 1s, I have a 4 bar, obviously, and 4 Barry, also obviously, I know that a lot of people play 3 because it's a cross ride and you have a higher defensive value, but really with the stuff that's in the game at the moment, like you need a 4 um, with all the stuff that allows Vanguards to go to stupid amounts. Um, then I played 2 Heat Nail and 2 Kimdara. Um, I like this ratio really. I mean, Kimdara is really good, but um, this deck is Counter Blast heavy, so I don't really see myself running more in this kind of deck. Um, and Heat Nail is okay. I mean, it's a 6k booster, but it has a good effect and puts pressure on the opponent. So yeah, this has been alright for now. And these 2 are the other grade ones that I run. 1 Ammo and 1 Gojo. I'm probably going to cut a Heat Nail for another Gojo because Gojo is really good. Firstly, it's 7k, so if you put it behind the end and you cross ride the end, then that'll hit 20k, which is relevant against decks with 10k Vanguards. But why that's really good is because you can just call it with Conroe and then stick it behind the Vanguard and then just filter dead stuff out of your hand. Um, it is really useful for stuff like that. And AMO, I mean, it has a good effect, but it's only 6k, so it's not something that I want to stick behind the Vanguard because you'll be hitting for lower numbers. I mean, ideally you'll want to be sticking bar behind the Vanguard or something, so you can really hit high amounts. Obviously, unless you're playing against another cross-rank deck, but you know that stuff is down to the individual really. But I've just found Gojo to be really good, and with Heat Nail, I mean, it's okay. Like it's the kind of thing that I would see myself running at 1. Like you can search if you need it, but there are rarely times where you would search it. Um, and I don't like drawing multiples of Heat Nail. Well, this, like, the reason why I would run 2 of this is because if you ride it, then obviously that's really good, but you want to have the filtering effect later on in the game, as in like to search with Conroe, because you do get some bad hands. I mean, this is Vanguard, so stuff that helps consistency is really good, but that's just my opinion. This is what I've been running at the moment, and it's been pretty good. And then the triggers, I have 6 crits alongside 6 draw. I would say this is pretty good. The reason why I run 6 crit 6 draw is because with this deck, the draws help consistency. You want to be drawing into your cross ride pieces, and you don't need the crits as much because the end puts a lot of pressure on the opponent anyway. So it's not like you're missing out. You still have the pressure of having the Vanguard hit. So there's less necessity for crits because they're going to be guarding a lot anyway. And also with 13k you have a higher defensive value, so a lot of stuff that you could not get away with guarding for 5 in other decks, you can just guard for 5. So the 10k versus 5k is less relevant. I might go with 7 crit 5 draw, just because, I mean, crits are crits, they're stupid, but this is pretty good. I mean, this is pretty standard for a cross ride deck, 6 crit 6 draw, so yeah, it's been pretty good. And obviously I got that 4 heal. So yeah, that's the deck. Obviously, as I've been saying, there are a couple of things that will get changed. It's not the complete product or whatever, but it has been doing really well. I generally don't lose very often with it. I mean, when I lose, it tends to either be to like really bad hands or just like stupid sack. Um, but generally, like, if it's an even game in terms of triggers and draws and stuff, then this deck tends to go out on top. But yeah, I'm gonna get the Dauntless End stuff when that comes out. Dauntless Drive, I mean. So that'll be in October, I think. And I'm also looking to get Oracle Think Tank stuff, because Oracle Think Tank is like my favorite deck in terms of playing with it. Kagero is my favorite deck because it was my first deck, but when I play Oracle Think Tank, like it's the deck that I most enjoy playing with. So I'm still looking for that stuff. If you're looking for any cards and you have uh, Oracle Think Tank stuff, then just message me and we can discuss that out. This deck is not for trade. Potentially for sale, I don't know, in box offers, but yeah, this isn't the point of this video. The point of the video is to just show the deck. Anyways, thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. Thanks, and I'll see you around.